Okay, cool. Let's go. Okay, this is Euro Pound. That we took. Well, this was last week, and this was last month, and end of last month. So this was about a month ago. This trade was taken about a month ago, and this trade was last week. No, before last week. Sorry. We also had a short there. we also shorted here from here, and we took profits on the way down. The bigger picture for Euro Pound is buy, and overall we want to buy. We want to be in buys. Well, this scenario didn't happen. This analysis was from the April 17th. That scenario didn't happen. We're stuck. We're still stuck in a wedge that we got stuck in at the end of last year. At the end of last year. So now, this was a key level of support that we broke and retested previously, and the retest was successful, and we did drop down. Price filled this wick, carried on lower, baked out, and then we had an impulse move back up. We had two buys, one got stopped out, and then we entered buys again. Then that worked. And so the original position's 200 pips up, and the added position is 100 pips, 100, 90 pips. If I was to take more buys, I'd want to see. So let's take this one. Strong analysis. If I was to take more buys, we'd have to wait for this level of resistance to be taken out, confirm that the market wants to go long, and then once we have that confirmation, then we can say that if price goes up to there, and then it finds its way back down to retest the area that it broke, then we could even enter another buy on this dip to go higher to the trend line. And then I would take, sorry, this is a trend line. That's a trend line, and that's a trend line for the channel. And then if we break and retest, then we have opportunity to buy again, and only buy again after we have a confirmation to buy again. So once we see a break, that's our confirmation. Then we have to wait for patience, and then we buy, and then the next buy would look something like this. Would be 20 pips up. 20 pips, no, too close. 25 pips top. And then I'd put take profit at 100 pips. So 1 to 4 is the rule. I would take profit here at the top of the channel for this buy and this buy, because we're reaching a very big resistance, and so that we could fall from this level. We could fall all the way down. So you don't want to be stuck in this buy, or you don't want to be stuck in this buy whilst you're dropping. So at the top there, we're taking profit of this one, and then you keep this one open. So even if price wants to come back to retest these kind of levels, it hasn't come to retest before. Even if price just dropped down to this level, you're still in the trade, and you still will be in the trade risk-free, and then price will start to move up again. So that's what I do think that's going to happen. So we're probably going to get a drop to here, and then the market will wake up, break the level, retest everything. Once we break this level, clearly, once we break this channel, then buys are confirmed even more. So right now, this is a pattern. So price came from a drop, ranging within a channel. So we only look for buys. So there's two ways you could do this. You could either wait for the break of the channel and retest, which is here, where you would buy, or you buy at the bottom of the channel. This is considered more risky because you have alternative situations. So this could also happen. So people say this taking a buy here is risky, but if you're taking a buy here 18 pips with 1 to 17 risk to reward, then it's not risky. But if your risk to reward and your stop losses are right, then taking buys at the bottom of the channel is risky because price can break the channel, and without confirmation of a reversal, it's dangerous. And there would have been no confirmation of a reversal until you saw that bullish candle, 4-hour candle. So yeah, that's euro pound. So for this week, euro pound, we're just waiting for it to break and retest resistance, maybe solidify and get our support, and then we're gonna buy again with a 25 pip stop loss. Euro USD, I was expecting it to continue momentum down, but it started to break up. We're still in this sell. We're still in this sell, long-term swing sell, which is currently 400 pips, 397 pips. So Euro USD is heavy momentum on the overall time frame is down, but we can see that the market structure has changed, and we are starting to get a change in market structure here, and price is starting to move higher. We have a lot of points. We have this. This is a very strong resistance. So this is the last point I would expect it to come to. If you see on the 4-hour here, let me make the chart naked. So this is the level of next resistance we're looking at, right? So this is this level here. Okay, why would we want to get a rejection of that level in particular rather than any other level? Is because when market breaks a level, it usually retests the level. We can see that once the market broke 1.21, it created a bottom, and then we came back up, retested the last area we broke. So this was an area that we broke with a very bearish 4-hour candle, came down, retested, and then we went lower. Once we broke this level of support here that we broke, we haven't yet come to retest this level of support. So the market moves in waves. So if the market breaks support or breaks the resistance or breaks the trend line, it always has to come back to the trend line, the support, or the resistance. Eventually, it will come back, whether it's a smaller time frame or the higher time frame. So now we had a long way down, but doesn't mean that we're still not going to come up to retest this level of resistance. Like this level of resistance is a strong level of resistance and is a retest of the zone that we've broken, which is 2 confirmations for entry. The last thing I'd have to see is a 4-hour candlestick at this zone, at this price, and I'll be and that's my 3 confirmations for entering the short. If we just evaluate price action right now, we can see price. So price filled this wick. We had a buy limit here, if anyone remembers. We had a buy limit, and then this touched the buy limit and went up, and then we moved it to break even, and then there was a wick fill, so our position closed at break even. But yeah, so we had a dip down. We found a base that See, I was telling you every broken zone will be retested. If we look, if we zoom in, you can see here. This level here was a level of consolidation and base to get enough buyers and sellers into the market to start moving up. Once we found the base, market confirmed that we're changing market structure because this is a trend line down. Momentum is all down, and we haven't seen a bullish 4-hour candle like this indicating that we will start moving and changing structure. After we got this 4-hour bullish candle, the next 4-hour bullish candle followed. We made a higher high, and price came down with a wick to retest the area of resistance that it broke. So this all was an area of resistance, right? This whole box, we draw it as a box. So this thing here was the area of resistance. Let me see if yeah. So here, this was the area of resistance. Price. Say that's resistance, and that's support. Sorry. Yeah, say that's support. When price is in between, you can buy and sell, and then when price breaks, it will. Yeah, so say we have a consolidation, and then price broke, retest the broken area, which is the resistance, and then we start to move higher. Price also started ranging here, faked down, and then went higher again. We broke this resistance. Price came back with this candlestick to retest the resistance that it broke. We moved higher. Now, would you expect we want to see a retest of this zone here, and then again higher, and then we know where we wanna. We know where we're looking to take profit on the higher time frame, on the 4-hour. So now we're going to the lower time frame, and we find our way up, and then. So what zone was it? Okay. So here, even on the 1-hour, you see once this zone was broken, we closed with a 1-hour bearish candle. The next bearish candle closed bearish, and there was no sign of return. So like here, even once we broke this level of support, we always came to retest it. Like, but if you can see, this area is important because we haven't retested. The price hasn't touched. It hasn't retested where it wanted to touch. So yeah. So now for Euro USD, it's the same thing. So we just gonna make waves up. So like it's gonna make its way up this week, and then as a swing trader, you wouldn't take these. Like, you wouldn't be buying the dips because you're not day trading. If you're day trading, you can buy these dips, and then when you get to here, close all your positions, and then this is what we're looking for, the sell or continuation in momentum. So yeah, 4-hour. And then this would make a higher low for Euro USD, and momentum will continue. And then if we take a short from there, we have 2 entries for sales. And if you're day trading, you can buy the dips to resistance. So if you're day trading, you still have to know the overall momentum, and then you day trade the way to that, because day trading is hard if you don't know the overall trend. Okay, so that's Euro USD 4-hour. Simple. And if you're day trading, don't day trade more than 2 pairs. More than 2 pairs. Okay, Euro JPY. 1 hour time frame. We analyzed this last week. We have an area of liquidity where we've seen price rally after price has tapped that price, and that's because big players enter the market at this price, so liquidity is present. We did fall into this box here, and then we flew just as before, using previous price action to help us. This is the head, left shoulder, right shoulder. This is more like a right shoulder, to be honest. This is more like a right shoulder than this was. Oh yeah, the right shoulder's here. This was the resistance that we on Friday were waiting for to break, and then it broke, retested, and we went up in Asia all day. This could have been classed as a risky trade because we have an empty space here. So if you can see, price rallied so quickly that it created empty space. Price could have retested this empty space and then went higher, but it didn't. Yeah, this is what happens when you get empty spaces. Once you have a big pool of liquidity and you get a lot of volume, you get a lot of buys into the market. You get price moving very quickly to where it wants to go. And then when you drop off, the drop off is also very quickly because this drop off was the empty space, because this bit was empty space because price rallied so quickly. And then price retested the empty space, filled it, and then started going higher. As it would. Yeah, Euro JPY is currently 112 pips plus. Yeah, expecting it to see how it goes. Next, we just have to wait and see how it reacts on each of our zones. So that's a zone, that's another zone, and that's another zone. So we just see how it reacts to our zones. Euro CHF. Okay, Euro CHF. This is a trade that I took by myself last week. We had a sell here last week, but price did drop, but we got out at break even, I think, or was it negative a couple pips? I don't know, but yeah, we got out of this. We got out of this trade because we have a big, we have a trend line down, and then we have a price fake down, and then should have retested and dropped. But the price action when it was retesting was not right for it to drop. It did eventually drop, but because our trading plan told us to get out here, we got our entry, so we didn't lose anything. But we did drop, so we would have made like 20 pips. The price straight away reversed back up and straight going higher. So that's why you should always listen to your trading plan. Because in the overall long term, you're right most of the time. Yeah, this could be a fake out and we could start to just drop lower. Or if we hold this level of support at 1.1934, then we will start to move higher from this level and this setup will be valid. Yeah, simple trade based on fake out. So here, same thing happened here. Faked out, retested, dropped, then started rallying. Before it started rallying, we had the retest of the broken resistance that we broke to solidify it as support. As in support, a lot of buyers came to the market. Boom. And then same thing happened here. Sellers came in, dropped quick. If buyers come in now, we're gonna break this blue line and retest it, and then we can even enter here because we'll have a stronger confirmation for some. So if the arrow went out, retest. Let's have a look. And this is next target, which is next resistance. confirmations. Wait for confirmations, and you won't lose. Eurocard, also another one that I took last week by myself. I know, I took it with other guys. Couldn't send this as a signal because stop loss was too big. Stop loss was 80 pips. It's a big stop loss, but this was a very straightforward, simple trade. Look, you see, we're in a channel. We created the head and shoulders in the 1 hour time frame. So left shoulder, right shoulder, head. We created the head and shoulders in the lower time frame, and we created the reversal candlestick on the daily. We're probably going to move higher now. I'm risk free 100 pips, so is the other guys. But for another entry, I wanna re-enter this one. So I want to break the trend, break this trend line, retest it depending on how we break. So that retest will depend on how we break. We might even come back down to here and then go higher. So yeah, that's the plan for EuroCAD. So that's all the Euro pairs. Let's do to switch screens. Can everyone see pound? Yeah, pound. Okay, cool. Great British Pound JPY. We're also in it from last week. It was a very nice entry. Simple entry because with a simple reason as well. We came to level of support. I expected it to rally off this level first, but then I anticipated a double bottom. Once I saw that I saw what I wanted to see, which was a double bottom, which I was planning on seeing before I saw it, and so the trade was valid for me. And yeah, simple buy 170 pips up so far. This is interesting because in the higher time frame, on the monthly time frame, pound is very bearish. If you can see, we have a huge momentum down, and then we have an impulse move up. But this is a retracement for the next move down. So you just have to keep bear in mind that overall Great British Pound JPY is bearish. Okay, let's go into the 1 hour. Would you say this is a level of resistance? No. We have 3, 2, 1 hour rejection candlesticks, but this isn't a level of this isn't a level of resistance just yet. This is a level of resistance, 149.2. That's a level of resistance. But this isn't a level of resistance. This is to trick people to sell right now. And then you're gonna put your stop here, and then price is gonna come up, hit your stop, and then it's gonna drop. And then this is where we're looking to enter. Sells. Yeah, so I'm expecting it to fill these wicks up here, and then I want to sell down. Sell back down, and that will be at this level. So control that one. There it is. And the red one. This level here. So, so we had a typical. We had a break, retest, going higher, and then no structure lasts forever. Every structure and every trend line and every pattern will be broken eventually. No pattern, no trend line, no anything will last forever. Don't be stupid. So yeah. here. I want to see price, as I said, I want to see price come up to here. I want to see consolidation in a 4 hour, and then that will be ready for a drop tomorrow morning. That's the drop I'm looking for. Great British Pound USD. Okay, so Great British Pound USD daily, we have a lot of rejection candles up and down. Weekly, we have a reversal candlestick, as you can see. And now we have a continuation of moving up. We go into the daily time frame, we're still stuck in the range. We haven't broken the range yet. So buys are not valid yet. Look, if you can see in the 4 hour, price is still stuck in this daily range. Once it breaks this consolidation box here, then we can decide whether where we're gonna enter depending on which side we get a breakout from. To be honest, I don't as in I could see it going down, to be honest. Well, I can see it going up as well. Just depends on the confirmations. If we break above and close above 4 hour, we're going up. If we close below 4 hour, then we're going down. Simple as. We might get a fake out above before we go lower, or we might get a fake out lower before we go above. So that's just the two things to be. That's the two important things that you must watch out for. The only thing that can get, the only thing that can catch you out in this kind of case. Let's see. Great British Pound AUD. Okay, I'm gonna analyze this for a minute. Okay, so we can draw a trend line because we have two touches. 1, 2. We're at a strong level of support now because we've broken through this resistance and we've solidified our support now. If we extend this trend line, we have just broken and retested it. So we are down as well. So the best entry in this case would be something like if price came and then got us the entry out the trend line, then we'd have a better entry because we can have a smaller stop loss. And Great British Pound AUD has a big has a expensive pip value, so it's not nice when you get it wrong. But it's really nice when you get it right. But yeah, we get that kind of rejection from there, then I'll look to sell intra week. It's interesting. To sell, I would actually wait. To sell, I'd actually wait for this area to be broken because this could be fake. Because we're still at this strong level of support, I would wait for this level to be taken out just in case. Because if we wait for this level to be taken out, then we can say that we have a lot higher chance that our trade will go right. Because if this level is taken out, then it would be the only reason you lose the trade if price was manipulated down and just starts to fly from here, which is unusual. So you're in a better position. But if you sell from here, the market might start making a triple bottom and trending up. That's dangerous to be selling triple bottom. So if you wait for the triple bottom to be taken out, or you wait for the double bottom to be taken out, retest, then you can go lower. Right now, we're still up and down. So it's 50-50. And until we're more than 50-50, this is not going to be touched. Okay, Great British Pound CHF daily. channel up, channel down. We got the channel up again, 286 pips so far. I'm expecting a touch channel here, but because this channel is so wide, prices don't want to just drop. Because if price just drops, then it will just be filling this empty space. So I'm thinking that it's trying to consolidate from there to here, and then it's gonna make its way down slowly, and then we're gonna move. We're gonna break, move up again. Simple, simple, simple. Scrimmage on CHF. Everyone should be in this as well. This was taken on the 17th of April. Okay, let's do dollar pairs. All right, USD CHF. So now we've broken this level of support. We have confirmation that we are going to go lower. We want to wait. Now I just want to wait for a retest. If we do go lower, retest up, then I want to take this all the way down with stop loss above the above the high. So above resistance, we'll make stop loss. That'll make sense. USD CAD found base here. Strong area of support. This could just be fake, and we might drop through. USD CAD is a nice shorts. I think USD CAD has a nice shorts this week. So if we grab liquidity, we also retested the price that we broke here. Remember, you can see these 4 hour wicks. Doesn't matter what time frame it happens on. If you go into the 1 hour time frame, you can see it clearer. See, break, retest, always drop, retest, drop. So now if we drop, retest, that's what you want to sell. So now what we're saying, break, 4 hour wick retest probably. Then drop again. That's all that I'm looking for. This is where I want to sell. This is where I want to exit. This is the plan for USD CAD. Stop loss, take profit. Intraday swing 1 to 3 was still not the best, but yeah. Stop loss can and will probably be smaller depending on the price action. So if price action is good, then we can have a very small stop loss. But this is before we see price action. Once we see price action, then we're gonna have a lot better indication as to where we're gonna go. NZD USD, our sell is still running. Didn't hit break even here. Currently 43 pips in profit. It's creating a head and shoulders. Left shoulder, right shoulder, head. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah, the 4 hours heavy bearish momentum. The head and shoulders will probably get invalidated. Once we broke this structure, we retested it. Once we broke this one, we just came back now to retest it. And this is a 4 hour candle. This is I think we're gonna get a continuation down because we have no reason to go higher. We're still very strong bearish down. unless we take out this trend line, then I will consider longs. So you see in 1 hour, nothing yet. It's 4 hour candle just started. We still have another 3 hours and a half to go. So don't take trades based on candlesticks until after. You see, same thing, dollar index. We had a huge impulse move up, but dollar index is going to retrace to it's going to retrace because we can see that it's going to retrace. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, this was a strong level of support that the dollar index just broke through. It retested it, if you can see. It broke through with a 4 hour bearish candle. It retested it, and now it's falling down lower. Our next support is here. And then the next support after that is here. So that's the next two levels we're looking for. What you call it? USD JPY. We pulled in a bit lower. Going to the 4 hour. Sorry. Let's keep it naked chart. All right, what can we see? We can see a double bottom, or we can see momentum building up to push to the upside. This is because of very bearish JPY currently at the moment, not because of dollar strength. If dollar strength kicks in and we get a huge bearish momentum down that covers this here, then I will straight be looking for sells and sells to our next support here. Right, so yeah, look, if you can see, we have a double top, and then now I want to see a retest. I want to see some kind of correction, something, and then from there we move up because the overall momentum of USD JPY is bullish, as you can see. We were bearish, the market structure has changed, bullish, but we have to see everything, not just the overall. Like we can say the overall is bet. Overall is a buy now. Doesn't mean we're gonna buy right now. We can't just buy right now. Just because it's a buy, you don't buy straight away. You find your entry for a buy. So you expect the price to drop to an area to retest an area that is broken before and go higher. This is two levels of support here. We have one level of support here and one level of support here. This indicates something. This indicates if price comes down to this area, price is probably gonna fake a candle to this wick and then go higher. So if we come here, if we see a wick come down to this area, it's something that you're expecting to see. So it's not something you're surprised about seeing and you're gonna start panicking. Expect to see it. Your stop losses are below this. You might have another entry here. You might have your first entry here, and then you want to take it back up. If price breaks this double bottom, double top, sorry, then I will look for rejection. So if price does go higher, then I would want a rejection down from that area, from that. So, but double tops are quite good, especially for USDJ. So yeah, let's see. If we got, let me see 1 hour. Can't really draw a channel. See all these wicks. We're still in a very liquid session, so right now is New York and London for another hour and a half. So anything could happen. You could get the drop now. So that's CJ. I'm expecting either two scenarios. So either we're gonna get dropped from now to go higher, or we're gonna go higher. And if we get a drop from now, we're not selling. We're not taking a sell. We're taking a buy. We're only looking for buys either way. So if we get to here, then we're looking for a sell. If we get to here, then we're looking for a buy. Just follow what the market, where the market goes. Don't make up your own rules. So this is a nice sell down, and then we're gonna have a nice sell back up. Nice sell down, and then buy back up. Sorry, and then gold. Gold. For me, gold is bullish, but because overall USD JPY is bearish, it is a concern. So yeah, this is quite simple. We have one touch, two touch. I'm looking for a retracement correction and impulse move back up. Like it is what it is simple, and it does look simple, but it's not matching up with currency correlate. It doesn't correlate with its friend UJ. So that's the only problem I have right now. But other than that, it's a good setup. If I think we probably will make a higher before we drop. So I wouldn't be surprised to see if something like this. It'll be interesting to see what gold does this week. Yeah, so there's not a lot of news. There's not a lot of taking. There's job claims for US. There's not a lot of US news this week. I think there's only about 3 minor news events this week for US dollar. So we're not gonna have the most liquid and big move, but yeah, if we get a rejection from there, then it'll be a nice sell, and a buy from here is very nice. I want to be honest, I want the buy more than the sell. This buy is very nice because you're gonna have very small stop loss, and your stop loss would invalidate you out of the sell and out of the trade. Yeah, that's the best kind of trade to take. Then let's do NZD quickly. Right. NZD JPY only on the daily. I'm only trading these on the daily. NZD JPY on the daily. We have a descending triangle. We have huge bearish momentum just before this, and that indicates to me that we're going to break. If we go in and see it, we have a level of consolidation here at previous support. This tells me that we're going to break down because there's no buying indication just yet. But if we break down, then if we break this level of support and retest it, that's when I'll be looking for shorts. But nothing on the lower time frame just yet because we're at a huge support. So it'd be stupid to sell right now because you're at support, and you don't buy because you don't know if you're going to break support because you have no confirmation just yet. So that's NZD JPY. and CAD JPY is at a resistance. Go to the 4 hour. Huge move up, retest, and we're gonna carry on moving up. CAD JPY. If we break above and close up 4 hour candlestick above resistance, and then we come back to retest the resistance that we broke, solidifying it as support, then we can enter buys to go higher. You wouldn't need a very big stop loss because you'd be entering on the retest. Don't enter on the breakout. If you enter on the breakout, then move your stop loss to break even as soon as you're in profit, because it's risky. It's a lot riskier to enter breakouts than enter retests. If you enter retests, you're gonna have a lot smaller stop loss and you're gonna have a higher probability of winning the trade. But if you enter on a breakout, the breakout might be a fake out, and then you're gonna be stuck in a wrong position, but perfect trade for the opposite position that you have. And that's the most annoying thing. So you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck in that. So yeah, that's all 17 pairs for this week. So we're gonna monitor them and then enter them once we have confirmation for them. And we don't enter until we don't have confirmation. If you want to day trade, then you can day trade them as you like. As I said, buy dips. At USDJPY, you can sell it down. That's how you day trade with your confirmations and day trade as well. But yeah, hope everyone has a good week. And if anyone has any questions, let me know. I'll post this on YouTube today, sometime today. Hope everyone has a good day and a good week.